Hi guys, in this video I'll show you the best niches to choose for your agency. So as I mentioned before, and I just re-emphasize it again and again, if you want to be successful and if you want to have the successful agency, you want to eventually niche down and focus on specific market that you want to serve. And I provided reasons before. I re-emphasize it because that's so important. So you need to choose a niche because you want to have that like focused kind of like market persona, like target ideal customers that you want to attract. And the more information you know about that person, the more focused your marketing will be. And also, as you gather the experience in that niche, the easier it will be to replicate the results for those clients, the easier it will be to replicate funnels, the easier it will be to scale, the easier it will be to create processes and systems, and you'll eventually become the kind of like the go-to guy in that niche. And it will become very easy for you to get new clients and scale your business. And if you just think about the businesses that scaled massively, oftentimes they haven't started like very broad. So let's say if you've heard a company which is called Movement Watches, they sell watches, and that company currently does around $100 million per year, and that company is focused mainly on millennials, so people with age of 25 to 30, to 30 something, 35, 25, 35 years old. And that's basically their niche. They know exactly, what those people, want to see in terms of like marketing, how to approach them better. And you can see like that's companies which does over $100 million in sales. It's like if you just focus on one niche and just do it well, like you have tremendous potential. Because if you just spread to think and you want to get clients from all variety of niches, it will be harder for you to replicate funnels. Like every time you'll have the learning curve, every time you'll need to learn new things that will take your time. And if you hire people, you'll always have to train them. It will take a lot of your resources, a lot of your time, and a lot of your a lot of potential out of your business. So you definitely need to choose a niche. There are different niches. Some niches are easier to get results for, but they're not as scalable. They also some niches have higher competition. So now we'll review some ideas for niches so you can decide for yourself what niche you want to focus on. So some good Facebook ad niches, and you might have seen those before. You might have seen ads for those niches. Those like doctors, chiropractors, cosmetic surgeons, dentists, orthodontists, realtors, developers, those who sell the real estate, apartment, homes, photography businesses, self-storage units. Like those businesses are good because they have usually they have high like either retainer value, or they have like high value of a client. So for example, if someone like photography business, right? Like if you help them get one client, and that's like video shooting or something like that for a wedding, that's that's quite a big sum. Like it could be like $5,000-$10,000 for a good photographer. So, and for example, if you work with financial brokers, those guys make good commissions. And for example, construction, if you help them get one client, which could be very worthwhile for them, and can be thousands of thousands of dollars for their projects, sometimes even hundreds. So you need to identify whether those people will be able to achieve results, whether you'll be able to get them results. But those are generally good Facebook ads niches that you can work with. Other niches, sometimes you can start with those. It's like easy to get them results. Like it's easy to find profitable funnels for them. But then at the end of the day, they don't have very high profit per customer. So sometimes, like for example, gyms. If you work with like couple like franchise, maybe 10 or 20 gyms at the same time, maybe one like network of gyms. That's good because if you help them generate leads, they'll be happy to pay you. But if you just work with one gym and the value per customer they have is, I don't know, like $30 per month, and they don't have the cash flow to supply you for to pay for your fee and the ad spend, that is not as scalable, and they don't have so many resources to invest into Facebook advertising. The salons, spas, like these are also like, it would depend on the area, how much they generate currently. If value per customer is high, it could be worthwhile for them. But if that is like just small salon in small city, might not be as lucrative. They'll pay you, they'll be customer, but if they'll not, generate profit, from their Facebook advertising, it will not be long cooperation between you and them. Hair salons, so like if someone comes to the salon and pays $10 for the for the haircut, like they'll need a lot of those leads to get to profitability level, unless this is quite a big salon, or this, again, if this set is a network. So it just depends on your specific situation. Same with restaurants. If those restaurants are not charging high, either it's like quite high prices for their food, or if also like they have big marketing budgets. In that situation, that will be all right to work with them. So you need to consider whether those businesses, first of all, whether they have money to pay you, and at the same time, whether they have money to pay for their marketing, whether they already spend money on marketing. If you know that they already spent tens of thousands of dollars just to get new customers, that's a good business to work with, because they get used to investing into their marketing and getting new customers. And yoga studios also will depend. If you're working with a network of them, that's all right. If you work just with one salon and with small business owners, it does not generate much revenue. It will be hard for them to justify paying you and paying for the ad spend. So there's also some high potential niches, possible very high retainers or high high commissions, at high fees that you can charge them, but these are harder to execute on and very time consuming. So e-commerce, if you work with e-commerce, you probably know that it's very time consuming. There's so many elements that go into creation of successful Facebook ad campaign for e-commerce, and just to sustain it and just to communicate with client. And if funnel is not proven, if products are not proven, that is very, very time consuming. Same with coaches and consultants. If you find someone with proven funnel, with proven offer, that can be better, and you can charge good money for running their ads and helping them sell more. But again, it will come down to their ability to sell. It will come down to their offer, and basically if that is something that you like, or how to do, you can also do it for yourself and sell your services the same way. So if you're good at it, there is definitely nothing stopping you from just selling those services on your own. Insurance brokers, these are good ones, but also there are like different offers that you can run with those. And even if you have the funnel, it will be harder for you to like plug and play, because different insurance brokers have different offers, and they might have different expectations. So that also can be time consuming for you, and it's also might not be as scalable. But also here, like as I mentioned, these are the possibly high retainers. If you get those people results, you can charge $5,000-$10,000 per month in those niches. So online courses as well. If you have the If you know how to do it, if you find a good client who is already established, who has proven offer, that's amazing, because that's scalable, and basically that is information. And with information, they have high margins. They'll be able to pay you for running their ads for making them money. Other agencies, if you can generate leads for other agencies, also very tricky. You should charge a lot if you do this, because one client for them can be worth tens of thousands of dollars, even hundreds, like web development or SEO or stuff like that. So all of those things, but they take time again, and can be time consuming. And lawyers, there are so many types of law. If you craft the offer for each of those, it will be pretty time consuming as well. So it's good to start with, but then you need to find out how to scale your agency if you want to get to $100,000 per month or more. So these are high potential, with possibly high retainers. Definitely not all of them. I just included the ones that I know personally. But these are also harder to execute on and can be time consuming. So some of the niches that you can charge $3,000 per month easily. So if you work with e-commerce, if that is proven offer, you run ad for them and you help them, maybe you consult them in some minor way, you can easily charge $3,000 per month. If you work with coaches or consultants, again, if you know how to do it, you better do it for yourself, because that will take a lot of your time, and the same effort you can do it to grow your own business. Lawyers, the same here. They have value per customer is just crazy, and also will take a lot of your time, so you need to be compensated for it. Financial planners, the same here. They make a lot from their customers, so you need to be compensated as well. Online courses, as I mentioned, here is great potential, but only if your client already has proven offer and knows what he's doing. Because if you try to build everything for them, build the structure, build an offer, that's a project for tens of thousands of dollars. If you do it for $3,000, you will just waste weeks and months of your time. Insurance brokers, those are also good, but it will require some of your effort, and changing different offers, changing consulting with clients, all of those things will take your time, so you need to be charging accordingly. So other agencies, again, charge accordingly, as they make good money from their clients, and it also can be tricky because every agency is different and has different offerings, different pricing models and stuff like that. So automotive, if you have any potential clients there, they're generally not as open, because they get used to giving out coupons, and but if you can get them to work, car dealerships, if you can get them to sell, to pay you for their Facebook advertising, so it can be very good. They get high commissions from their sales, and also they have high marketing budgets. They just spend them currently more on direct marketing, direct mail and stuff like that. Cosmetic surgeons, if you work with, if you know how to how to deliver them results, can be plug and play. It's pretty good niche to be in, and they charge high money from their customers, so you can be charged them as well. And real estate, so real estate guys are making good money. If you work with them, you can charge them accordingly. So these are some of the niches that are potentially profitable. There is no, people often ask what is the best niche to focus on. There is no best niche. If you can figure out how to how to deliver results and how to scale it, how to even with e-commerce, if you know how to structure, if you find good talent to help you with that, and if you charge your clients enough to justify that, to hire new people, and for them to deliver results, that is also good good model, and some agencies only work with e-commerce and they work pretty well. So how to choose a perfect niche for you? First of all, if you have previous clients or testimonials, like that is the good indication. If you've delivered results, if you like you enjoyed working with them, or you had good results and you want to replicate it. Let's say you work with dentists, so then you might decide to focus on dentists only, and you can leverage that testimonial case study to get other dentists as clients, as their funnels and their ads will be quite similar, so you can pretty much duplicate it. It will take you less time than just creating a new funnel from scratch. Your experience and skills, maybe you worked I don't know, in automotive industry, you generated leads, or maybe you know how to do it. Maybe you have connections there. Then you just start working in that industry and see how that goes. Competition market. So that I use this as a indication whether there is a demand for those services. Like, for example, if there's competition, it means people are ready to pay for it, which is a good sign. Like most of the times, people are scared of competition, but that is oftentimes a good sign, because if there is a market for something, there is people are ready to pay for it. So, for example, if you go to like hotel, like there are like thousands of hotels in every given city, but every hotel makes some money and everyone is happy. Also, competition is crazy, right? Or if you want to buy, let's say you want to like rent a car, right? So there are so many rental companies, like Avis, Hertz, like you have all of those companies, and still all of them are making a living somehow, and all of them are somehow exist on the market. So competition is there, but they still exist, they still make money. And the other thing is what you feel comfortable with. Let's say you work with clients in real estate, you work with dentists, let's say you work with e-commerce, but you just love e-commerce, like that's what you love, that's what you want to do. Then it's it's what you can do, but just charge accordingly, so you have the extra resources to scale your agency, hire new people, and just take the business to the next level. Because if you just will be slaving yourself as the only person who is working there, it will not be consistent. You'll get to $10,000-$20,000 per month, and then you'll get stuck. You'll not be able to scale. So just choosing niche, very important. Just make sure you like, if you're not sure what niche to choose, you can always start broad. Like you can start just if you focus on Facebook advertising, just focus on Facebook advertising overall. Sharing some insights and then with people, and then as you start attracting first clients, then you can like, let's say you got like 5 clients in different niches, and one of them real estate, and you really enjoyed working with real estate. Then you just decide, okay, I just niche down, I use that like first result. Maybe you got some results. You can leverage that result to get other clients and just go from there. So you can scale that in that one direction using that result. So that is basically it. No one will tell you the perfect niche to join, because, as I've said, it will depend on some of the factors that are your personal, that you need to decide for yourself. There is no perfect niche. There are people killing it in different niches. And if anyone would tell you that just some niche is better, that's prejudice, and if it works well for them, it does not mean that it will work better for you. But you need to test for yourself and decide what niche you want to work with. But definitely you need to work with niche if you want to scale your agency and have better lifestyle, because you can hire people, you can outsource, you can structure, you can systematize, and have a better business. So guys, that is it for the niche video, and I'll see you in the next one.